Hello everyone, welcome back to another Minecraft video. Hope everyone's been doing well. And today I wanted to get to the project I mentioned in the last episode, which was starting the fishing area down here. So I want to build a fishing pond, a nice little area down here, maybe a fishing shack, and some couple of other ideas that I have. Have to see how that goes about. I may have to split this episode in two parts because I have a lot of ideas for this small area, and I don't know if I'll be able to get it all done today. I'll just have to see. I'll go with the flow and see how it ends up. But in the meantime, I did a couple of things off camera. I got on yesterday to play a little bit and just did some very minor things. I didn't do any crazy builds, but I just did some small things that I wanted to show off real quick before starting the fishing area. So it's right behind me. I added these supports to this patio, this circle patio. The previous one, I didn't do anything of the sort. I just did wooden logs straight down. But this one, since it was a bit taller, it looked a bit strange from the distance. When I was looking from over there, I looked at it and I was like, it looks like the supports seem a bit too thin for how big the build is. So I wanted to add some supports, kind of messed around with some builds, and I ended up sticking with the one I've done here, which you are seeing right now. I like it. I think it's pretty cool looking. Nothing too complex. As I mentioned, it's just a light addition to this deck, but I think it looks good. And I may end up trying to do something similar over there, but I just kind of left it as it is because I think it looks fine for the time being. And the other thing I did was add a little bit of supports over here at the bridge section, similar to kind of what I did there, but just to support this bridge to make it look a little bit more in line with the bridge I had over there. Because when I was looking at it from the distance as well, I was like, it kind of looks a bit flat without having the supports underneath. So yeah, it's kind of more in line with what I built here. And I think overall, let me walk over here so I can get a good view of it. But I think overall, it's just that little bit extra that helps out that build look a little bit nicer. So let me get up here real quick. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I try to say cool and good at the same time. I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, that's what I've done over there. I hadn't done anything else, or at least I don't think I've done anything else. So yeah, I just want to get right into getting the fishing area done. I'm gonna go to sleep real quick because I don't want to try to build at night when mobs are spawning. And yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep and start planning out this fishing area. One thing I actually can mention right now is this glass tunnel thing I built down with a ladder. I think is gonna have to move because I want to align it with my base, or maybe just remove it entirely. As I said, I have a few ideas, and that's one of them. So this might maybe moved, which kind of sucks because that's gonna be a kind of a waste of glass. But I'm not really a fan of how it looks. I think it looks a bit odd popping out of this deck. So that's something I just thought of. So yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep and get started with this fishing area. Another thing I didn't show under the bridge is I kind of made this little path behind here, which kind of leads up. It doesn't go anywhere because this is just a sheer cliff, but in the future this may lead to something cool, maybe loop around, kind of bridge over. As you see, I kind of built a ladder up to access that side of the base from that mountain, so I don't need to go all the way around. But maybe something in the future could be done here. I don't know. But I thought I would show that because that's another thing I did when I played. So yeah, that's all the things that I've done, other than I placed a few more trees in here and I think some more bone meal. So that's all that's changed in this area. Alright, so when it comes down to this fishing area, I kind of want to plan it out before I get going. So I think a large majority of this area down here in this little crevasse will be a pond. So I'm thinking, a kind of area roughly the size of this terrain that's been dug out. But with surrounding that pond will be wooden planks to kind of walk on, similar to like a dock, but obviously it's not a dock because I'm not parking boats here or anything. But it's going to be that kind of idea going around, or at least for the most part going around. And I want to have a fishing shack somewhere. I could in my head, the two places that would be the best areas for a fishing shack would be right there or right over here. That will obviously be decided, once I kind of get the pond going and get the wooden fencing all set up around the pond. So at least that's how I'm planning it right now. I think I'm just gonna get started right away and just get digging out this terrain, kind of forming it a bit more evenly, I guess, so to speak. And I'm just gonna come in here and kind of add some dirt, remove some dirt, and kind of get a general idea of how the pond shape is gonna be. So first off, I need to make a crafting table, and my inventory is fully clogged up with supplies, so I'm gonna make a chest just so I have it to clear out some space here. Here is some wood, here are some signs, and I actually need to make a shovel, a stone shovel, unfortunately, on a low supply of materials, so stone will have to do. And get the dirt. May need more of it, but I'm gonna be mining it, so should be able to get a good supply of that. I'm gonna start filling in the land around here a little bit and just kind of go with it and see what I like. I'm thinking the fishing shack would probably be best over there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make the fishing shack over here. So I'm gonna start clearing out a little bit of this mountain, kind of flatten it a little bit to kind of get a general idea of where I can build the fishing shack. And just gonna kind of, as I said, just come in here, start mining stuff, trying to keep it a bit, still a bit uneven to keep the natural look, but gonna have to just kind of go with the flow here, as I mentioned before. So I'm not, as I said, I don't have a specific plan going into this build. So I'm just gonna keep clearing out the dirt here, and then step back and see how it looks already. Kind of repeat this process over time until I get something I like, which I think is about there. I like how this is looking. And I think another idea to have is, I think the fishing shack will be very small. It'll probably occupy a small area about right here. And I think having a staircase down about right here where I'm mining would be quite beneficial. It would be a nice shortcut down, so I don't have to loop all the way around. That's a big thing I want to have in this world, where there's multiple paths to get to each area. Obviously that might not be in every case. There may be certain builds I only want one entrance, but for the most part, for just for the time's sake, just walking around the world, having shortcuts and different pathways to get to the same spot, I think makes it very convenient, I will say. So I'm gonna keep kind of messing with this and be back once I get a general idea of how I'm gonna have the landscape set up over here, and I may as well start the kind of landscaping of the pond itself. We'll see. So yeah, I'll be back in a little bit once I get this all going. Alright, so I have, for the most part, made an area to build the pond. I think this is about the shape I'm going to go for. I'll probably end up just filling this up with water right now and then kind of mess with it a little bit more as I actually start putting builds around it. But other than that, I cleared out a little bit of space right here. I'm not going to put the fishing shack here, but I kind of cleared it out just if I ever have an idea that comes to mind where I can kind of put a build right here, kind of leave some open space. I'm actually going to remove that. I left some open space here, so there is kind of room to put something else, maybe a statue or, something. I don't know. Something could be done here if I ever want to come in and do something. Maybe I could just plant a tree for now, But other than that, I cleared out the space on this side for the fishing shack, which I'm pretty sure is going to be over here. This thing is going to be pretty small, but I have three main things that I want to have down here. The main thing is space for a bed. Second thing is space for storage, just some fishing supplies, fishing rods, storing the fish that I catch, all that stuff. And the main thing, which is not important at all, I can make it useful, but doesn't necessarily need to be useful, is a chimney. I realized that since I didn't build a regular house, a chimney hasn't been done yet. I haven't actually really got too much of the interior of my base, but especially starting in a tree house, I didn't make a chimney, and I always like building chimneys. There's something about having that fire sound effect in the background while you're doing things is pretty relaxing, and I thought it would be a good combination to put down in the fishing area where you have the sound effect of fire crackling in the back while you're fishing. So those are the three main goals I want when it comes to this fishing shack. So I don't expect it to be any bigger than what I have dug out here, maybe smaller. I'm going to need to mess with the design a little bit, so we'll get to that. But what I wanted to do, as I said, is fill up this pond with water. I'm actually going to do what I've done before and just step back and see it from a different angle. Sometimes just stepping back is all you need to kind of pop an idea into your head. So I'm going to look at how it looks from the top, and it's about the shape I'm going for. Kind of looks like a, I don't know, like a strawberry or something. But yeah, this is good. It's about the shape. I'm actually gonna add a dirt block there, but I don't want to make it too even, but I still wanted to make it fairly circular in design. So I'm pretty happy with that. And once I fill it with water, it may look a bit nicer, or I may see a couple of things that I want to change. So yeah, I'm gonna make a infinite water source and start filling this up. It's turning night, so I'm gonna just toss a bed down and sleep right away. Can I sleep yet? No. Okay, so I'm gonna make this infinite water source and sleep and fill this pond in slowly but surely. So I'll be back once I get that done, and I can kind of start the surrounding area to the pond, or maybe the fishing shack, but I kind of want to get an idea of how big the pond's gonna be so I can kind of judge the rest of the build off of that. So yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, so I got this all filled in with the water. It was pretty quick and easy. Next up, I want to kind of dig down a little bit and kind of add some depth to the pond itself. I'm not sure if I'm going to use gravel or sand, but I just want to start getting down here and making it a bit deeper, because I'm not sure if fish need more than one block water depth-wise, or height, I guess, to be able to be fished out. I vaguely remember something like that. I may just be misremembering or just coming up with it and thinking it was the truth. It makes sense, but I'm not sure if it's actually how it works. So I'm just going to make sure this is deep enough. And just visually, I think it looks a lot better if it's a bit deeper than just one block. Which I actually may want to test to see if you can catch fish in one block high water. Because I'm not actually sure if that's something I'm just thinking of, making up, or it was actually something I heard somewhere. So yeah, I'm just gonna get this going here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do 2 blocks or 3 blocks. I think I want sand at the bottom, but I may try to see how gravel looks. I'll do sand first, see how I like it, and if not, I will try gravel. So I'll finish out mining this out and place in that sand, and be back once that's all done. Okay, so I may have gotten a bit, far. I just was playing, I got really into the mode, and I just forgot to click re-record or unpause the recording, and I just kept building. I was in the groove. I don't know. But this is the progress I have so far. I did want to try to build this on camera, but I guess maybe it's a good thing because it kind of took me a while and some iterations to get what I liked. Initially, I actually had it elevated a block, and the fences, the surrounding area was all made of wooden planks. I scrapped that, and with the stone tools, it's making the whole process a bit slower, which is a bit unfortunate, but this is kind of what I've ended up with. So just kind of giving an overview, I have the whole pond surrounded in the fences. I actually can't even remember when I paused to make the cut. I've put in the sand. I don't know if I've mentioned that, and I've dug it a little bit deeper. Um, I planted a spruce tree, and then I'm gonna, once it grows, grow the logs down to kind of have a tree in the water. I think that would look kind of cool. Um, I'll see how I like it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it, but I put these wood logs across to kind of act as supports, I guess. I think it just looks good. And I put cobblestone slabs on top, and then the fences around the whole pond. And yeah, the bottom of the pond is made of sand. I built this little dock kind of area just to kind of step out and go fishing. I put signs here to kind of make it look a little bit nicer than just the slabs showing from the side. Kind of looks like a mini fence almost. Just thinking of it right now, I think a good idea would be to put a boat in the pond to kind of, if I want to switch up where I am fishing, I can just sit in the boat, kind of just swim around in it. I think that would be kind of nice. Also put a bunch of flowers right there, just because I felt like it. I guess I'll put the boat over here, so I can come in here and fish if I want to. I think that'd be kind of cool. Another idea I had was to maybe put glowstone down there somewhere. Maybe hide it under leaves. Or maybe I had the idea of growing leaves out of the pond, kind of as like vines growing out, or like almost like algae. I don't think I'm gonna mess with any of that right now. I want to do another episode, probably next episode, where I go through and do some more of the landscaping, where I plant more saplings, kind of have some more bone meal set up so I can, plant grass and flowers and all that, and maybe I can do the glowstone as that, because those are kind of little flares to make the world a little bit nicer. But for now, I'm gonna sit on the idea of adding glowstone in the pond itself, and different plants in the pond, and see how I can kind of do that if I want to end up doing that. And lighting in general, because I really want to make sure this area is fully lit in the surrounding area so I can fish. If it's night, I'm good, and I don't have to worry about getting snuck up on by any mobs, because I don't want to close this off in any way, really. I want it to just still be open as it is now. So I think I'm pretty happy with how this is now. I want to see how this tree looks. I may end up going birch. I may end up keeping it spruce. I don't know. And I also, as you can see, planted some saplings around the surrounding area here. Some birch, some oak, and try to spread them out. I'm not sure if they're all going to grow, because some of them are growing along the mountain. But I'm just going to see how that ends up. I can obviously, I've mentioned this before, just make my own trees. Just how they are default-wise in design, but just build them my own instead of waiting for a sapling to grow if I really want them to grow in a certain position or something. But what I wanted to get to is the fishing shack. While I was building, the reason I started with this is because I really didn't have an idea of the fishing shack quite yet, and I just kind of wanted to sit on some ideas I had. Because as I mentioned, I really wanted a chimney, a bed, and a storage area. So I think I've thought of an idea to kind of build it, but first I want to build the staircase that I mentioned earlier coming down here. So I prepared some stairs. I'm going to make it too wide and kind of do it similarly to the entrance of my base, where I have wooden logs on both sides going up, and then wooden stairs, or whatever. I don't know if it was wooden stairs at the base, but I'm just going to start it right here, and it will be wooden logs going to the side. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And then just kind of bring this whole design all the way down with planks, and then I'll have to jump up. It's going to be a kind of a repetitive process, but it's all good. I'm just going to come in here and get this. I'm not sure if I want, I'm not sure if I want the logs to all be on the same level and go straight down, where I have a big wall, kind of similar to what I have at the front of the base, or kind of something like what I have right here. But for now, let's just keep it kind of like what I have over there with the cobblestone. So let me try to get this going. And I definitely at least want to start the fishing shack because I think I have the idea of how to do it. I just want to get in this staircase because it's going to be built right next to the staircase, and I don't want to build a fishing shack design where I'm getting in the way of the staircase that I would need to build. So that's why I'm getting the staircase done first. And yeah, so I'm just gonna finish this off camera so I can get to work on the fishing shack, because since I didn't really build this on camera today, I want to build something fully on camera, and I think the fishing shack would be pretty interesting to try to do all on camera and see how the process is. So I'm gonna get this quickly set up and continue with the fishing shack. Alright, so I got the staircase all in how I wanted it. I may make it how I said, where it's basically a big wall. I think I'll keep it like this for now. I don't know what block I could put above the above the logs. Maybe stone slabs, kind of. So I think I've done the same thing at the front of the base, stone slabs if I remember correct. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it as it is. I could do fences and then like a slab on top or something to kind of switch up the similar builds that I've done. Or maybe put fences on this layer and then a slab. So something like this maybe might look good all the way up with that kind of design. But I'll mess with that in a future episode because I wanted to get to the fishing shack. So this is the area I have designated for the fishing shack. The idea of the fishing shack is just to be a basic kind of house. But what I want to do is a kind of two-story house. So the bottom is going to be an open story. It's not going to, there's not going to be a door. It's just going to kind of be an overhang entrance where you walk in, and there's like a furnace, and there's the storage that I need. And then to get upstairs, since it's such a limited room, I wouldn't have room to make a staircase, and I kind of don't want to do a ladder. Is over here I will have either a staircase or a ladder, probably a staircase, basically in the same design as this, but on the other side, and it will just go up to the second story of the building. So I'm gonna kind of start planning this out. I'm gonna kind of get a wooden log plan of what I'm gonna do here. So to think about it, I definitely want a chimney and I want a roof. The second story is going to be the roof of the build, if that makes sense. Alright, so starting off with the plan, I want to have, let me get some wooden stairs out. So the stairs are going to go up to like this kind of patio section on the left side. And then I'm thinking it's going to be, just try to visualize this right now. It's going to be one stair. It's going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. And then, let me see, how am I doing this? Okay, I need to have this set up. Alright, let me get some wooden planks here, put this under here. So the second story is going to be, so the, okay, hold on, I'm just trying to visualize this so I'm not screwing the build up. So let's see, so it's gonna go up and then it's gonna come up to the second story. It's gonna be kind of like a patio. I should probably count how many blocks I'm doing right here. So 1, 2, 3, how much is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks for a second story. Alright, so I had to go sleep real quick. I just had to place this down. So I started doing this right here. Building this up. So this is 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to just try this out. I may need to scrap it and kind of rethink how I'm going to build this, because there may not be enough room upstairs to put a bed and a chimney. So the chimney might end up running through the house into the bottom section. So this is right here, there'll be a little deck kind of area. I'm just not really happy with this being on both sides, is I guess kind of what I'm thinking right now, because if I have this on both sides, the deck is going to be a lot smaller because you're kind of blocking your view with this wall. So I may just get rid of it and try to work without it. I'm not sure I'm going to make it look nice or kind of have a railing to the staircase. I mean, I don't necessarily need the railing, but I don't know. I think it may look strange without it, but I guess I could just try to do it without. Let me clear this out here and get this roof going here. So I want the deck to at least be this 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 blocks, and then I will have the roof start. So I'm gonna need to clear my inventory a little bit and craft some cobblestone stairs, because I want the roof to be made of cobblestone, because I don't want to just make everything out of wood here. I kind of put in some cobblestone here to kind of switch up the palette. So I'm gonna make some cobblestone stairs to kind of try to build this roof. The roof is gonna be a bit weird because the top story, the second story, is gonna be basically an attic. Is what I'm thinking in my head. It may not turn out that way, but it's gonna basically be an attic. So let me see here. So if the deck is 1, 2. Let's see, how would that look like? Because if it's just 2, I may be able to place in the wood as well. So the wall is going to kind of build up like this. I'm going to need some cobblestone for now. Actually, I can just use dirt. I'll break it. Coming in like this. And I'll have the door here. So I'm going to need actually to put cobblestone under these. This is going to be a real tiny room. But that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm going for this super small, cozy build. I may need to take a chunk out of this mountain as well. So I guess I'll get to that real quick. And I still want it to be built into the mountain. I don't want the whole mountain to be cleared, but I think I need a couple more blocks. So get this cleared real quick. And then I need to continue this wooden plank kind of flooring here. So it's gonna come out by 1 block as the roof would, and then it's gonna have to go up 1 more layer, which this is gonna need to be back as well. Gonna come out 1 more layer, and then it'll be like this. And then it will stop at a half slab. And I think the roof I've been doing, I really like the roof design, where I have a slab on the top from the stairs and then a stair going the opposite direction. There's something about that that looks really nice to me personally. So that's kind of the idea of the roof. And if maybe that maybe that gives a picture of what I'm gonna be building here. Stepping back, initially, I don't know if this is gonna work as well as I had hoped. I may not be able to do this extended deck. I think if I move this all back by 1, it's gonna be a bit more room to work with. And the middle is actually going to be aligned with that, which is going to look a lot nicer. So I think I'll do that. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to break all of this, which is super time consuming because stairs in this update break really slow. Doesn't matter what tool you use. I think even when I had the diamond tools, I tested it and it's just this slow no matter what tool you're using. So I'm going to have to slowly pick at this for a little bit. And then I'll be back and get this roof kind of try to reevaluate what I'm doing here and try to get it how I'm thinking about it in my head. So yeah, get this broken real quick. Alright, so I cleared out the roof that I built, and while I was doing that, I kind of had an idea of how to put the chimney in, but I'll put that to the side for now and try to redo this roof. So I think what could help as well is getting a better base for what the bottom would look like. So I'm going to redo the... Where am I? No, I'm not. Okay. Hold on. Let me just put the roof in. Let me, not get a idea of what I'm doing here. Alright, so I'm gonna need cobblestone there. Get the roof going up. And I ran out of cobblestone stairs because you don't get them back after you break them. So run over here and craft some. Just a few. Because that will be good. How did a pig just die? Did it drown? Might have gone under there somehow. Okay. So I think on this block here, I'm actually going to replace it with logs coming down. And then it will be one layer, the middle. I guess I can just build that. I don't know why I'm trying to imagine it. It'll be built up. And this wall will be... Oh, wait. This might actually need to come out one more block, or I could just trim this. And then there's going to be this pillar here. Have this coming up. Need one more layer of that. And then I will meet at the top of the slab. So a slab like this, and then a block. This is going to be a very tiny room. So I'm going to have this here. And then get this all the way across. Yeah, so I'm not going to need this extra space. At least this one extra block. I'll see how this turns out because... yeah, I think this could work. Gonna need to break these. Oh, that's not gonna work. Actually, it should be fine. Because you only see these coming out from the side. I could kind of connect them up like that, actually. Okay, wait. I'm starting to think this might work. Okay, so let me just continue the rest of the roof. Going across. Just connect it to the mountain for now. And this will be the entrance right here. And I'll just have it go out. Bring the stairs across. And then I need another set of stairs. Be a super tiny room. Want to bring it out a little bit farther for the flooring. I need to break that block as well. I want to have a window right here. I'm not sure exactly how it will be set up, but I think I can do this for the walls here. And then yeah, I'll just do that. I still want to have that kind of look where it's built into the mountain. So I kind of want to keep some of this terrain here, which I guess means I can kind of rebuild what I've broken over here. I think like that was kind of about how it was. And then here I need, that's why I made the crafting table. Put it inside for now. Also put some lights up. I need some more cobblestone slabs. Actually, I didn't need to put these here. Actually, on this side, I think I will. And I will explain that in a second. So I will have the slabs going across here. It's a bit of an unorthodox look to a roof. But I think it may work. Just so the inside is still... yeah, I think actually I do need to do this. The idea I had for the chimney, which I guess probably won't work how I have this built right now, was to have the roof kind of turn right here. So instead of it being a, you know, what I have here, which is this triangle roof, Over on this side, it will be switching directions, which I may still be able to do. Maybe to pull it off. Forget I don't get any cobblestone back, which is a bit unfortunate. And also being able to fit a bed in here as well is the big challenge, because I think the bed obviously would make the most sense right dead center to get a view out, because this will probably be a window, which is going to need a blocks here. Actually, it's going to be completely covered, I think. Actually, no. There'll be this space over here. I can probably fit a light somehow in. It'd be nice. So, gonna be a window. You see from the outside. It's also turning night, which is a bit of an issue. Just want to kind of get this idea going here. So if there was a chimney, wow, this is a really challenging build how I have it set up. It is coming together though. I do like the look. So far at least. As I mentioned, this under here will be a kind of basement, but it's actually the first story if you think about it. Remove these here. Oh, I need that. Go here. And then I need to remove those as well. Gotta make another axe here. Inventory is a mess like usual. Guess I'll clear out some of this here. I always bring any materials I think I might need, which normally ends up being materials I don't need. So, ooh, I'm just looking at that. I could add windows on the side there. We'll see how that ends up looking. Actually, it may actually just work if it's like this. And well, I could actually connect the mountain here to make that look a little less awkward. Kind of placing it in, trying to make it look a bit more natural. I think that looks good. All right, so get back to what I was doing. So up here, it could be a glass kind of panel, or I could make it a little bit different. How do I want to do this? I'm not sure. This is a very unique build, I'll say. I want to put a trap door, kind of like how I've done on the bridges. Let's see here. Build up. Put it like that. Alright, so... Oh, I could make it, again, similar to how I did the roof on the bridge, which was pretty nice, actually. I'll put the glowstone in. Or I don't need to do glowstone on both. Actually, I'll not do the glowstone. So it's going to be like this. And then I'll have a layer come out. It's going to be a bit different. Actually, I'll just remove the trapdoor. It's going to be a bit different to how it was on the bridge. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to have a slab with a glowstone right there. Kind of hide it a little bit. And I actually may not do this then. May just keep it a stair. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit nicer. It's a bit more gradual. It's not as jarring to look at. And I guess I could put glass in right there. I think what I'm going to do is keep it simple and not do a full panel of 6 pieces of glass. I'm just going to do... can I remove this? Yes, I can. I'm just going to do some stairs like this and then 2 glass. And see how that looks. I may need to remove the glowstone. I'm not sure if I like that right there. I put a trapdoor. Not on glass, unfortunately. I actually like that. I think having the stairs as the wall kind of help. Yeah, I think that looks kind of nice. I think I may remove that glowstone and replace it just with a regular cobblestone. Or maybe a stair like that. No, that looks a bit strange. Alright, just a cobblestone block and then a... I guess I can bring back this design. And can I put a trapdoor on a stair? No, I can't. Okay, I'm just gonna do a slab. Didn't know if you could put a trapdoor on the side of a stair. Oh no. Oh no, I placed the wrong block. Okay, I really should not be working out here at night. Oh, I just realized the video has been going on for quite some time, so I need to speed up my progress here. Try to sleep, hopefully I don't get awoken. Alright, cool. So, let's take a look at how this is going. I think I like the front design of this a little bit better than what I had going. I really do miss one thing in the new Minecraft updates is the ability to put slabs underneath blocks instead of having them float on the bottom layer. So, for example, if I place it like this, you can't place a slab on the top block. I think that's one of the main things I've missed from the newer updates. But I think I'm happy with this for now. There may be changes I can think of in the future. Can I put... Oh yeah, I already tested that. I could do trapdoors like that, maybe? Just kind of seems kind of random. Alright, so I'm gonna actually mess with this a little bit off camera so this video doesn't end up being super long, because I do want to finish this. So I'm gonna do some kind of testing to see what I like off camera. I know I said I would build the thing on camera, but it's taking a little bit longer than I wanted, and I don't want this video to run too long. So I'll be right back once I get some progress, get a bit more ideas, and an idea of really how I'm gonna build the rest of this, because I'm kind of stumped at the moment for some of the stuff I'm doing back here. So yeah, I'll be back. Alright, so I've done a couple things off camera, and I think I have the idea of how to build the rest of this, so I wanted to do that on camera, obviously. So, as you can tell, I added the fences coming down to kind of act as supports for the bottom story. I made up here this kind of area for the chimney. I didn't want the chimney to be right there, because I wanted more room in this house, so I can have the bed and this crafting table. Just have a bit more space when you enter. So I can put that there. The big worry is if I put a netherrack here and then light the fire even a bit lower, I really hope the fire doesn't spread through the cobblestone. I don't normally use fire, or at least haven't used fire in this world yet, on netherrack, so I don't know the range of the fire spread. So when I do test that, I need to really watch for that, to avoid, because the whole house will burn down, all of that will burn down, and I really want to watch out. It might burn the bed, so I may need to move the bed over by one, which is fine, or I can move it over here if I need to. But yeah, it's gonna be like this. For now, I have it built out of cobblestone. I want to come back in and build this out of brick, but for the time being, I just don't have any brick right now, so I'm not gonna be able to do that anytime soon, but it is something I want to do in the future. To come back in, and whenever I get this supply of clay, to come back in and change this chimney out with brick. So I'm going to build it up a little bit farther, I think just by 1 block, and then a slab. And I think I'm fine with that design. It is just a rectangle. I could add some designs, maybe some mossy stone or maybe some stone stairs, kind of similar to what I've done at the front of this, at the front of the house here. But for now, I just want to get this done. The episode's gone on for a bit too long, and I am low on time. So, yeah, so it's going to be up here. You're going to come in. There's going to be a door right here. I'm going to fill in this right quick. And I'm going to have a door right here. It's going to attach to that. And better just walk in. I have to close it. I'm not going to have room for pressure plates or anything like that. And it's just going to be this small, cozy little house. Going to have the window to see through out into the fishing pond. And I'm still not sure if I like how that looks right there. There's just no block I can put there I'm really happy with. Could try this. Yeah, I'm not liking it. I'll just leave it. It looks a bit strange from the inside because you kind of see it floating through the stair, which is what it is, I guess. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna put glass on this side. I think I may just leave it how it is to kind of add a bit of a color in here, so it's not just cobblestone and the wooden planks. I have this kind of brown wall, this accent wall, if you will. I think looks pretty nice. I think one thing I wanted to do over here was bring out this slab all the way and see how that looks. Actually kind of looks cool. If I do it on both sides, it may look nice. See how that looks. I actually kind of like it. It's a bit different. And yeah, here's another reason why I want to replace it with brick is because it kind of blends in with the roof itself, and you can't really see the detail on the left side. It looks kind of odd to look at from this angle. Oops, I just fell in the pond. So yeah, that is the. I get up. What's happening? This normally works. Okay, there we go. I think that is the top of the house done, or little fishing shack. Would be nice to get some glowstone in here instead of torches, but maybe here, is this where I had it before? I think I had it here before, but I'll try it again, put a trapdoor on it and see how it looks from the bottom. I'm fine with that. That looks good. I think I tried that and I didn't like it initially, but I think I'm a fan of it now. This is going to be fine for lighting once I put the netherrack in. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I don't know if fences burn. So if fences don't burn, I could do a fence or like just maybe a slab so I don't go through, which is probably the better idea. So I'm going to move this over actually because I'm a bit worried that that could end up burning. So crafting table over there. So I'm gonna go get another piece of netherrack and a flint and steel. Hopefully I have a flint and steel because I don't think I have any iron. I'm gonna get the netherrack and the flint and steel, test it out, see if it burns down, and I'll end the episode with whatever the outcome is because this episode has gone on a bit too long. And it was just a bit more of a challenge to build this house than I thought, or the fishing shack, I think is what I'm calling it, than I was expecting. So it took a little bit more time than I originally had planned. I thought I would get a little bit more done today, but I actually like how this turned out. It's still not complete. I didn't really start the bottom floor here, which isn't going to be too complex, so shouldn't take too long to do. But I kind of like how this looks. I still have some minor changes to do when it comes to this. I want to do that fence and slab combination for the railings, and you know, change out the chimney with brick. So whenever I get the chance to do that, I would like to do that. Looking over here, there definitely needs to be light, and this spruce tree finally grew, which is nice. I can go and dig that out. So yeah, I'm gonna go get that netherrack and the flint and steel, and be right back. Alright, so I got the piece of netherrack and the flint and steel for the moment of truth. And here it goes. Netherrack down, and here it goes. Here goes nothing. Let me make sure there. Yep. Okay, so I got the whole thing encased in stone all the way down and all the way up. So if it leaks through, let's hope it doesn't. And now we wait. So far, so good. I'm gonna try to sleep real quick. Think it's still good. It's not gone through the wall. It's making me nervous with the sound effects. Where's the skeleton? Okay, there you go. Make that into some bone meal. Use that. I think it's good. Doesn't seem like it's spreading, which is great. So there we go. There's the little chimney I got. Does the smoke come through all the way, or does it end? Let me look. Yeah, a little bit. I may want to drop the chimney just to have the smoke come through. Maybe a bit too tall. Drop it by a block and then put the slab down by one. But I can do that at a later date. I think I'm gonna end the episode here, and hopefully this doesn't end up burning right as I end the episode. Pretty happy with that progress. Was a little bit more complex than I was thinking. It doesn't really look the part, but took a little bit longer than I was expecting to get the build kind of how I wanted it. And as I mentioned, there's probably going to be some changes here and there that I do on the build, and I still haven't even finished it, so obviously got to get that going. And the area, I didn't get to do as much as I wanted, but the general idea here, the pond, the little dock, and some of the trees I've planted, sets the stage for whatever I do in the next episode, because I think I'll come back through here and kind of liven the place up, do some landscaping, and get this bottom floor done. This is only going to be a furnace room and chest room kind of deal, so shouldn't be too long. So hopefully this doesn't burn once I end the episode. Thank you for watching. It was a bit longer than usual, and it was a bit all over the place, especially at the end there. I was just building and kind of going, seeing what I, changing out the build and seeing what I could do. So, I mean, that's kind of the risk you run when you don't plan things and test things before and kind of have a full picture of what you're going to build. But I enjoyed it all the same. Hopefully you did too, and I will see you in the next episode. One thing I want to say too is feel free to leave feedback and opinions on how I structure my videos. I'm still really not sure personally how I want to do them. Something like today where I don't have as many cuts and I'm just kind of sitting there building, kind of feeling out the build, or if I can do more cuts, kind of test things beforehand. Feel free to leave any feedback on that. Yeah, other than that, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care.